Welcome back to another Your Tech Report video, and today we're going to be going hands-on with the Mavic Air Fly More Combo. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with the Mavic Air, it is DJI's latest drone, and it's meant to take the best qualities from their Mavic Pro and their DJI Spark and combine it into one incredible drone. It's small and portable like the Spark, but it's also powerful in terms of its camera and flying ability like its big brother or big sister, the Mavic Pro. All right, let's check it out, but first, let's break out the tiny box cutter. I promise I'll get a proper unboxing knife, but for now, this should do the trick. Okay, so while I'm cutting this box open, let's talk a little bit about the differences between the Mavic Pro and the smaller Mavic Air that we're unboxing right now. First of all, in terms of size, the Mavic Air is definitely a smaller drone and a lighter drone. I think the Mavic Pro, a little over 1.6 pounds. The Mavic Air at 0.95, so just under a pound. So it's definitely a more compact, more portable drone. But you're not really losing anything in terms of power. In fact, when you talk about power, this has a max flight speed in sport mode of 42 miles per hour for the Mavic Air. The Mavic Pro, just a little over 40 miles per hour. So even though you're getting a smaller drone here, you're also getting one that's a little faster, a little more powerful, I think because of that power to weight ratio. In terms of the camera systems, they both, you're not going to really suffer any with the camera here. You are also getting a 4K camera like you're getting with the Mavic Pro, but there are some advantages to the camera in this Mavic Air. For example, you are getting better slow motion video. I think at 1080p, you are getting 120 frames per second. Even at 2.7K, you're getting 60 frames per second. And on the Mavic Pro, I think you're only getting 30 in that 2.7K mode. You're also getting more sensors on the Mavic Air than you're getting on the Mavic Pro. On the Mavic Air, this guy has sensors in the front for collision detection, for obstacle avoidance, on the bottom and in the back. So when you're flying backwards, you're not going to fly into something. The Mavic Pro only has it on the front and on the bottom. Now, the Fly More combo costs $999, and the standard Mavic Air costs $799. So you have a $200 difference. But for that $200, you're actually really getting a lot. Instead of getting one battery, you're getting 3 batteries. Instead of getting 8 props, you're getting 12. You're also getting this, which I'll take out right now. That'll be the first thing we take out. You're actually getting this carrying case that takes your batteries, your drone, your controller, puts it all in one case, which is really, really cool. You're also getting that battery hub that can charge up to 4 batteries, not simultaneously, but sequentially. It goes from the battery that's closest to being ready, tops that off, and then goes from there down. So you really are getting a lot for your money. I'll tell you at the end of the video the actual dollar amounts. You'll get an idea of the value here. So let's start by taking out this, which is the bag that comes with it. It's actually nice. It's got a nice fabric-y feel to it. Doesn't feel cheap at all. Well done, DJI. Gosh, this is small. Let's grab this guy out here. It comes and see, even the base version of the Mavic Air will have this really cool little case. This is really nice. You see the DJI logo on the very front there. And this is where you will find, oh my, that is really compact. Let me get the Mavic Pro out to show you comparison. So here you go. This is the Mavic Pro, and this is the Mavic Air. You can definitely see the size difference here. The Mavic Air is much smaller and much lighter. You can feel in the hands. And you'll see also the Mavic Pro has props that are sort of hinged, that sort of fold out like that. The Mavic Air does not. They are solid props. They do not fold, and they're obviously smaller. But yeah, that gives you an idea. Let's open this guy up and see what he looks like here. Okay, so legs fold out. Now, another difference between this and the Spark, because if you're comparing small drones, you're probably going to compare the Mavic Air to the Spark and not the Mavic Pro. This has a 3-axis gimbal as opposed to a 2-axis gimbal that you'll find on the Spark, which means you are going to be getting much more smooth, stable video than you get with the Spark. You'll also see here on the Air that the little legs on the bottom fold out to give it a little more space from the ground, to set it off the ground a little bit. Also, there are antennas built into these legs to give you better reception. So that's also a nice little feature here. Isn't that beautiful? That really is a beauty. And you can see it's a matte white. It is not a glossy white. It's a matte white. And I like how the camera and the gimbal are sort of flush against the front of the unit. It seems a lot more protected than the gimbal on the Mavic Pro, which just seems to dangle there. Oh, you know what's really cool? I also like how the gimbal cover and stabilizer goes on really easily. If you guys are Mavic Pro owners and if you've tried to get that plastic clip to stabilize the gimbal for traveling, if you tried to get that on, it's really not the easiest thing in the world, and I always feel like I'm doing it wrong. I'm going to break something. This guy just slips on and snaps on really easily and comes off really easily, so bravo, DJI. I like this gimbal cover a lot. And what is actually in here? Okay, so first off, we are seeing the radio. So this is actually the radio that comes with the Mavic Air, and I have my Mavic Pro radio, so let me get that out as well. Here they go. And you can kind of see them side by side. Of course, I haven't put the sticks on the Mavic Air radio yet, but you can see pretty similar. The one main difference you can see, of course, is the Mavic Pro has that screen on the front that gives you a lot of your flight telemetry, a lot of information, all the stuff that you're now going to have to see on your phone when using the Mavic Air because it doesn't have that screen. You'll also notice that it's missing one of the, you see the Mavic Pro controller has two of these rollers on the top. Well, the Mavic Air only has one of them. So the one ability you do lose when using the Mavic Air is changing the exposure dynamically, just using that roller on the fly. It doesn't have that, so you're going to have to actually do it on your phone screen that attaches to the controller. Let's see what else is in here. Oh, what is this? Oh, many props. Okay, so we have 4 props here, 4 props here. So we get 8 extra props in addition to the 4 props that I'm guessing are going to be attached to the drone itself. Oh, USB-C cable. Battery adapter here. An extra set of control sticks that actually screw into the controller. And then we also get extra cables that will connect, I'm guessing, an Android device to your controller. I think it comes standard with a lightning connector built in and then either USB-C or micro USB. So you can swap out, depending on what kind of phone you have, that's the kind of connector you would put on and connect to the controller itself. See, and this is exactly where your phone would go, right here. And you'll see at the very bottom, they actually store the sticks for the controller right here in the very bottom. Can you see that? And then what you do is you just take them out and you screw them in, and they're ready to use. But this is a really cool, it seems like a little insignificant thing, but it's really cool because when you're traveling with the remote, with the radio like this, sometimes having the controller stick sticking out make it difficult to put it in a pocket or lay it flat somewhere. So being able to store these 2 sticks inside the controller itself, really nice touch by DJI. Now, in this little bag that has the extra control sticks that screw into the controller, there's also this, which is a micro USB, actually USB-C to micro USB adapter. And what this does is, this goes along with the USB-A to USB-C cable that comes with the drone. And you're actually going to put this adapter onto here so that you can actually charge the controller using this same USB-C cable. Because the controller only has a micro USB input, so you're going to need this adapter to go onto your USB-C cable so you can actually use it to charge the controller. Looking inside this bag, you can see how well it was sort of packed in. They put a lot of stuff in here. I think you can see that now. So we have the controller on the side, we have the accessory pack on top, and then we have, oh, here is the hub. Now, the cool thing about this battery hub that I wanted to share with you was, you look at it right now and you figure, how can this thing charge 4 batteries? And you'll see there's an input there that goes from the charger itself to actually power up this base. But what happens is you actually open it up this way and it unfolds and you can see the 4 different connectors. The batteries stand vertically and slide in. So it folds down nice and compact for traveling, and then you open it up, and that's how it's able to charge the 4 different batteries. One of the extra batteries, second extra battery that comes in the Fly More combo. Yeah, these are definitely smaller than the Mavic Pro batteries. So there you go. You can see the 2 different batteries. This is the battery for the Mavic Pro, and this is the battery for the Mavic Air. So you can see definitely a smaller battery, which means you're going to have shorter flight times. Even though the Mavic Air is a smaller drone, the smaller battery means you are going to have shorter flight times. I believe they say 21 minutes for the Mavic Air as opposed to either 27 minutes or 30 minutes for the Mavic Pro, depending on whether you have the standard version or the Platinum model. And then we have the charger itself, and you'll see that it also has USB-C ports there that will allow you to plug in and charge the controller as well. The wall plug that goes into the charger. Let's see what is in the rest of the box, because there's one more box here, and I just wanted to see what was in here. Oh, I forgot about this. The prop guards. Look at this, it comes with prop guards. That's everything that comes in the box, but I'm sure you guys would like to hear what it's actually like to get this thing out in the wild and fly it. So, okay, so I'm outside now with very strange lighting. Opened up the software. Of course, the DJI Go 4 app is the app you use to operate the Mavic Air. You download the software, turn on the drone. Everything is really self-explanatory from that point on. It really talks you through getting the drone bound to this radio, which actually happened instantaneously. It also gives you updates for your drone for the firmware, so it's going to take a few minutes once you get the drone connected to the phone, start downloading the software, start updating. The whole process takes probably about 20 minutes to go through the process and to update the drone properly. So that is all done. And DJI did some really, really cool stuff. They made the user interface of the software really good. They've actually improved it to the point where now you actually have to take a little bit of a quiz to make sure that you actually know what you're doing when it comes to running a drone. This quiz you can skip 4 times, but after 4 times, you either pass that quiz or it locks you out of the app. Really cool, and just another safety feature that DJI came up with. Another thing I wanted to mention was the range of this drone. Other DJI drones like the Phantom and the Mavic Pro used either OcuSync or Lightbridge as the proprietary sort of wireless connection. This uses enhanced Wi-Fi, and that's why you'll see it's probably a little bit of a shorter distance in terms of overall range, 2.4 miles versus 4 miles plus on some of their other drones. But honestly, 2.4 miles range is pretty good. I rarely, if ever, I really don't fly out of line of sight. I always have my drone in sight. I don't think I've ever had it a mile away from me, so 2.4 miles is plenty. Last thing I wanted to talk about real quick before we get this guy up in the air is the obstacle avoidance. Because these multiple sensors, not only can it avoid an obstacle, but it has a mode that lets you actually go around an obstacle and never actually stop your motion of the drone, which is really cool. A lot of these things can be enhanced through software updates, so it's really cool to have a gadget like this that allows you to have fun now, but also grow with it later as they come up with more ways to, add flight modes. And by the way, I'm not going to be able to show you all the flight modes today, if any. I just wanted to get this up in the air. But if you want to see things like the asteroid flight mode, any of the new modes they put in here, let us know with a comment below, and I will do another video that shows you everything you want. But for now, let's get this little guy up in the air. Here we go. Taking off. Okay, this thing is ridiculously stable. Can you hear me over the drone of the drone? Sorry, I couldn't resist. It's pretty loud. It's louder than my Mavic Pro, much louder than the Mavic Pro Platinum that has the propellers that make it a little less noisy, and also the drone itself is less noisy to begin with. It's very stable though. I'm taking it up very slowly. Wow, it's rock solid. Normally you'll see some movement. Once it gets GPS locked, you'll still see a little movement. No movement now whatsoever. It's very impressive. Let me see if I can get myself in the shot here. Yeah, I'm really impressed by how easily this thing not only flies, but the stability of it is incredible. See if we can get a little look around back here. It moves very precisely. Again, it's a little on the loud side, but most drones are, especially when they're this close to the camera. You are one impressive little drone. There you go, our hands-on with the Mavic Air Fly More combo. We hope you enjoyed the video. We hope you enjoyed learning about not only what comes in the box, but getting our first flight impressions as well. And if you like the video, please feel free to give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to hear more about the Mavic Air or any other drone or any other piece of tech in general, let us know with a comment below. And please don't forget to subscribe and hit that little bell down there, because subscribing not only helps us bring you these videos, it also makes you eligible to enter all of our giveaways. And that bell lets you get notified anytime a new video of ours drops. So, again, thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed learning about the Mavic Air, and we will see you on the next one.